Hello, Lunar Destiny Club. So after passing through the transformational snow moon in Leo, which continues to remind us in every decision of our lives, every single day, to choose between love or fear, growing organically and spiritually, or growing technologically, we arrive at yet another very critical threshold for 2023. And that threshold is the super new moon in Pisces that occurs this Monday, February 20th at 2:06 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Now, super new moons are exceptionally powerful because its energies have a much more intimate proximity to us, thus having a much more captivating influence on our thoughts, behaviors, emotions, and decisions. Remember when we were taking a look at the snow moon, we looked at the properties of water and how water can transform and shapeshift and hold and remember the energy that it is given. And as water transforms, it teaches us how to transform into new versions of ourselves, to continue to have flow and to adapt to our life's situations. And the moon and water have a very deep connection, as the moon also transforms for us in the night sky. And so the snow moon taught us and continues to teach us how to transform ourselves into the future self that is being called forth, into a more loving, more compassionate, more forgiving version of ourselves. And remember, our bodies are mostly water. And so our physiology, our physical body will shape and shift and transform according to the energy that we give it. And so this new moon is a very powerful threshold, not only because we're working with transformational energies that the new moon opens up for us, but it is the fourth in a series of 5 new moons that are occurring in the first degree of its sign. That's signaling big changes on the horizon. And this has been compounding in small increments since the powerful eclipses of fall of 2022. And so we're beginning to reach that climax of this momentum. And so March has the potential to be a very powerful and deeply transformational period for us. And the tone that we set in this new moon, whatever we initiate during this new moon with our dedications and intentions, will set the tone and reverberate through the rest of the year. And I say this because Saturn is conjunct this new moon with an out-of-sign conjunction and will return to the exact position of this new moon 3 times during the year, bringing our new moon dedications into physical form, as Saturn it's the last planet that represents our physical reality before we get into the outer planets that have a more deeper spiritual influence. And Saturn plays an enormous role in shaping our physical reality. So this super new moon is very powerful, and now that we know about the magnitude of this super new moon, we can ask ourselves, what are the energies of this new moon, and how can we work with these energies in our own life? Well, this new moon is activating the Piscean energies within our birth chart, which means activating the Piscean energies within our life and within our being. And so that is inviting us to work with this Piscean energy during the 28-day lunar cycle. And it's not just this 28-day lunar cycle, but it will come back 3 more times for us to work with throughout the rest of the year. So to see how this new moon affects you personally, locate which house holds 1 degree of Pisces in your birth chart. There you will find a more precise aspect in your life where you can use this Piscean energy most effectively. Now, Pisces is the most sensitive of water signs, and it is the most connected to the divine source of unconditional love, healing, and unity consciousness. So identifying where it is the hardest for you to show love and compassion in your life, the most painful events from your past, and even in your ancestry, as well as the areas in which you would like to grow the most, are the key areas within you that will hold the most impact when working with this new moon in Pisces. And I have an entire video on working with Pisces energy. So if you would like to dive a little deeper into understanding Pisces energy and how to work with it, check out that video. And so we're taking a look at where 1 degree of Pisces is in your birth chart. And there you'll have a particular aspect of your life according to the house. So you can use the chart that's in the Cosmic Library, see where 1 degree of Pisces is, and then it'll show you which house that's in. And when you look at your birth chart, which you all got one when you signed up for this program. If not, you can pull up a free birth chart on astrocharts.com. And you can see where in your life you need to do some work. And then once you have that aspect of your life, take a look at where are the challenges that lie within that aspect of your birth chart that this new moon is pointing to. And there you can make your new moon dedications around that. And this will be the work that we revisit throughout the year. Now, this super new moon is likely to bring seismic shifts in our consciousness if we are only still enough, quiet enough, and introspective enough to receive these divine downloads and guidance. This new moon invites us to pause the busyness of everyday life, to create sacred space, and to go inward, allowing ourselves to receive the divine guidance from our spirit guides, our ancestors, and guardian angels. Pisces is the most intuitive energies that is helping us to connect with higher consciousness of our true self, the divine aspects of us that remain connected to the divine source of creation and unity consciousness. Because Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, it is helping us to reflect on how far we've come, everything we've grown through thus far, and how much we've developed spiritually. Therefore, it's also showing us where we still need to grow and expand and advance spiritually. This super new moon not only signifies the powerful beginning of a new lunar cycle that we set the tone for the rest of the year, but it also represents a significant ending as there are 4 planets, the Sun, Moon, Neptune, and Venus, all in the last sign of the zodiac, which is ending old karmic cycles for us and then opening us up to forgiveness, peace, healing, compassion, and unconditional love in places in our life where it may have previously been difficult to navigate or to look at. Jupiter is conjunct Chiron in Aries, which is supporting our healing journey and spiritual growth. Aries is the sign of initiation. It's the first sign of the zodiac. And so Jupiter expands Chiron and supports Chiron in this initiation, supporting our healing journey and the spiritual growth of our soul and our soul agreements. And Mercury, the planet of communication, is trine with Mars, the planet of initiation and activation. And they are both in air signs, which is also supporting us with the mental clarity needed for our journey of endings and beginnings that face us during this super new moon in Pisces. And so for our oracle reading, it is conclusions are within reach. So every time I pull a oracle card, I connect with my deck, I create sacred space, and I ask it, what advice do you have for those who are receiving this new moon message, this new moon reading? And this one says conclusions are within reach. So whatever we're working on in our life, this oracle card is telling me that it's within reach. And if we remember that nothing is impossible and that we live in a world of unlimited possibilities, we just have to open up our mind and our eyes to be able to see the way. And we have all of the love and support all around us. We have our spirit guides, we have our ancestors, we have our guardian angels, power animals, Mother Earth. We have tons of beings that are here to support our journey of the soul. And so whatever we're going through, whatever we're working towards, whatever we want to accomplish, it's within reach. And so I hope you guys have a beautiful and powerful new moon. And I hope you can find the space and time within the busyness of modern day life to really put some conscious dedications into motion with this new moon. Because this is something that we will be working with throughout the rest of the year. And as a human collective, we are beginning to really access our power, our strength, our sovereignty as cosmic beings. And accessing that strength, our powers, is consciously creating our life. Instead of just going through the motions and allowing life to happen for us, we open up that space and time within our being, within our life, and we sit down and we say, what do I want this year to look like? What do I want to work on? What do I need to work on? Where is there a lack of peace within my being? And you will find the places that can open you up to healing and transformation and truly transform you so that we can have full access to all of the gifts and powers as a sovereign human being in this world. And this is what we are setting in motion with the divine cosmic energies of this super new moon in Pisces. So I hope you guys enjoyed this reading, and I look forward to hearing about your experiences. If you want to learn more about Pisces energies, check out my next video on working with Pisces energies, and then the rituals for this new moon, if you choose to do these rituals. All right, until next time, lots of love. Bye, guys.